Hi guys, Mark here, hope you're all well. Well, today we have a Yamaha Xmax 300 for you. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So guys, welcome along today to a review on a 2021 Yamaha Xmax 300, and this is actually the Tech Max edition. More of that later on. Kindly loaned to me by the nice guys at Crescent Yamaha here in Dorset in the south of England. So let's just run through the specs on this really nice maxi scooter, shall we? These are coming in at £5,700. That's for the base model, and this is the Tech Max edition, which comes in at £6,050. So these are sporting a 292cc single cylinder engine, Euro 5 now, liquid cooled, single overhead cam, and they're producing 34 horsepower at 7,250 RPM. 29 Newton meters of torque at quite a low 5,750 RPM. We've got a 795mm seat height, which isn't that tall in itself, but thing is the seat is very wide. So I'll just put a cutscene of me on the bike, and bear in mind I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg. These are coming in at 180 kilograms wet weight, which is pretty good. And bear in mind, with most, well, all scooters, the weight is held very low in the frame, so it makes them quite light to ride, especially this one with very, very sporty handling. Got a 13-litre fuel tank on these. Show you the fuel cap in a minute. And these should give over 80 miles to the gallon, so very, very economical. We've got a 15-inch front wheel on these, so that's pretty good for going over rough surfaces. It's not your usual sort of small scooter-sized wheels and tyres. So we've got a 120 on the front and a 140 section on the rear. And these have Michelin City Grip tyres on. So they've stopped making the Xmax 400. They just do the Xmax 300 now, and to be honest, this is a lighter edition and it's pretty much the same sort of performance. You're looking at a good 95 to 100 mile an hour out of this. It's a seriously quick maxi scooter for 300 cc's. Got dual LED front headlights on this. Got traction control system, would you believe, on a 30 horsepower motorbike. Anyway, all for safety, that's all good. We've got keyless ignition. So I'll show you this now. So here's your key. So it all operates on here. You push to turn, that's on. That fires up your dash. Now to open up everything, you turn this little thing here to open, hit seat, and voila, a monstrous storage under the seat. Enough for two helmets, and this is all lit as well for nighttime use, so that's good. Massive storage under there, I think you'll agree. And this says lid, push that there, and in there you've got another little cubby hole with a 12-volt socket in there, so that's all good. So as I said, these do a good 80 miles per gallon. So with the Tech Max, it's basically the same bike as the base model, but you just get a nicer seat, sort of bar end weights here, aluminium footrests, sort of these leather pads here, which is quite nice. And you get it in colours are power grey or tech camo. So that's now bleeping because I've left it on. So guys, there you go. Yamaha Xmax 300. Alright, I think it's about time we take this little beauty for a ride. So guys, welcome aboard Yamaha's 2021 Xmax 300. And the first thing you notice when you hop aboard it is it's very light off the side stand, but the seat may be a low seat height, but it's very wide. It really spreads your legs out. So if you're shorter than me, I'm 5'7". If you're about 5'5" or less, you probably will struggle touching down on this. If you're sort of 5'10", 6 foot, this would be absolutely fine. So everything's operated from this here, this central console here. Bear in mind the key is in my pocket, so you kind of push it and turn, and that powers the ignition on. So you've got analog rev counter, analog speedo. It says welcome on board, fuel, temperature, trip meters, odometer, clock, and miles per gallon. So obviously, you know, no clutch on this, just twist and go, fully automatic. You hit the red button here to start it up. Air temperature, battery, traction control, average miles per gallon. So right, without further ado, let's take this for a little whiz. I must admit, I do like these big maxi scooters. They're so comfortable and easy to ride, and they just keep getting better and better. So they stopped making the 400, as I said earlier, in the favour of this lighter edition. So just a single disc on this, but do you know what, this has lost none of the performance. This is one rapid maxi scooter. It really does pick up smoothly, totally seamless power, and obviously it's a single cylinder 300cc, but it's virtually like a sewing machine. I cannot feel any vibrations whatsoever through the footboards or the handlebars. Really done a good job, and you feel instantly at home on it. You really feel like you're riding a premium piece of kit, which is what it is. The brakes feel strong. We'll try those out a bit later. So very, very smooth pull away with that automatic clutch. So full throttle, winding it open, so there's 40, 50, and there's your 60. So you can see it's a very rapid scooter. It's got about 36 horsepower, top speed of around about 95 miles an hour, which is very, very good. You know, it means if you need to do 60, 70 on this, it will hold it with ease. Okay, let's just slow this down a little bit so you can hear me better through the microphone. So the mirrors are, wow, they're very, very clear. Not a bit of buzziness or vibration. I thought there might have been something, but nothing whatsoever. Quite a bit of wind noise from this screen. This helmet of mine is quite noisy. I think I would possibly fit a slightly taller windscreen. I'm sure there's lots of aftermarket options. Probably Yamaha do one as well, or even one of those little flip screens. But I'm getting a little bit of noise on my helmet, but the actual air right in front of me is super still, no buffeting whatsoever, just a little bit noisy on my helmet. So this does feel very, very light. It's 180 kilos wet, and yeah, no issues at all with the sort of weight of this. It's a sporty sort of scooter. You know, the handling feels sporty. It's got good Michelin tyres. We'll just try out the front brake. Yeah, obviously bear in mind it's a single disc, that's more than adequate, and the back brake's very good as well, so that's good. So just looking at the dashboard now, just sitting at a nice steady 55 miles an hour. We're doing 5,500 revs, exceptionally smooth. I mean, like butter smooth, really nice. So around the corners, you know, it's got a hint of sportiness to it. The suspension feels set up slightly on the firm side, so you can really have some good fun around the corners on this on the way to work. You know, I would dare say that, you know, with the cruising potential of this bike being a good 70 easy miles an hour, you could definitely do some touring on this with all its under-seat storage, and maybe get a top box as well on it. So the dashboard is very, very clear, very nice to look at. So the riding position on this, obviously it's a maxi scooter, so it's superbly comfortable. The seat is very, very plush, lots and lots of room to move about, plenty of room to stretch your legs out forwards, or you can put them back in the sort of more standard motorcycle position. Generally the whole bike feels very safe, very secure, very stable indeed. So both brakes on together, very strong stopping power. Obviously ABS is standard these days. So full throttle, there's 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So it gives you an idea, it's pretty rapid. It's, you know, it's impressively quick off the mark for a single cylinder 300. Just can't get over how smooth it is. So service intervals on these are 6,000 miles, so that's good. I think basically this comes in, they're all kind of grey or a camo sort of dark green. So that's about it really in terms of colour options. So this is the Tech edition that comes with a few little nice extra trims on the seat and things like that. So bar position handlebars, pretty wide, nice commanding view. You do sit quite tall on this bike. Some scooters you sort of sit right down in, but this is kind of like quite a tall position, so it gives you a nice view over all the hedges and things. So we're just taking this up to sort of 65, and we're doing 6,000 RPM. So at this sort of speed, the engine doesn't feel stressed at all, it feels very relaxed, and I'm showing 83 to the gallon average. Okay, we'll just slow this down a bit, see what it's like doing some roll on acceleration. So 45 now, full throttle, there's your 50, 60, and it keeps going. And this will keep going till nearly 100 miles an hour, would you believe? Which is very, very impressive of a scooter with this size engine. So around the bends it feels really secure. No nasty wallowing or anything in the suspension. It's definitely set up on the sporty side. But again, it's very compliant over the bumps. Yeah, so I think if this was mine, I would just put a slightly higher screen on it. Not by much, a few inches. I just can't, it's so nice and relaxing at cruising speed. So there's an awful lot of maxi scooters to choose from out there. Suzuki Bergman comes to mind. Honda, they make the Forza. So yeah, lots of choice guys in this category. Yeah, this feels very, very light. I was expecting it to feel heavier, to be honest. Riding position is pretty much dead upright. I feel like there's no weight on my wrists at all. All the weight's going straight down to my bum, and the seat feels very comfortable. No issues at all with numb bum. So all the switchgear indicators, horn, all very nice and tactile, easy to find, easy to push. Feels very secure around the bends here, around the roundabout. So we're just over 20 miles an hour, full throttle, and we're very, very quickly back up to a nice cruising speed again, which is very impressive, with virtually no effort at all. Alright, let's just slow this right down to 30. Like we're going to simulate a town scenario, just to feel what the throttle's like, make sure the fueling's nice and everything like that. So we're 30 mile an hour now, no hunting, no surging. Throttle response is very nice, it's not snatchy, it's nice and rounded, all good at low RPM, low speed running is first class. That's nice. So as I said, the great thing with these bikes is you know, you've got all that massive storage under the seat. You can take 2 people effortlessly, put a top box on the back as well, and you've got an awful lot of storage capacity. So to sum up, guys, this is really a very, very nice maxi scooter, probably one of the best I've ridden. No, I tell a lie, the best I've ridden is the T-Max 530, because that's all the quality of this, but with awesome performance. So I've got to do the 560 next, T-Max, so that should be fun. But obviously the T-Maxes are way more expensive than these. So if you're looking at new, guys, these are 5,700 for the base model. Probably get a bit of a deal on that, maybe get it for 5,500 new, or get a good used one for a lot less. So these are really a good buy second hand as well. So guys, so just to sum up then, very, very comfortable, fit and finish, first class, excellent performance, up to 100 mile an hour top speed. It's very, very impressive for this sort of engine size. So it would effortlessly hold a good 70 or even more on the motorway without feeling too stressed. Good service intervals, very economical. I mean, this is showing 83 to the gallon at the moment. Not too expensive price wise, and all in all, a great bike. Lots of fun around these bends. So you wouldn't normally associate big scooters and fun, but this really is nice to throw about, and it feels safe and secure as well. So guys, we'll just wrap this up now on the Yamaha's Xmax 300. What a blast that was. Really good scooter. So yeah, like I said in the review, it is quite a tall scooter, so I'm on the balls of my feet, so do bear that in mind if you're shorter than 5'7". So it's all operated on this here. Side stand, yeah, pretty decent and easy to use. Let's just try it onto the centre stand, shall we? See how easy it is. So nice decent grab rails here on the back. Oh yeah, that literally falls onto the centre stand. Nice and easy. See what she's like to push around. Yeah, 180 kilos, so yeah, as you'd expect, being a scooter, all the weight's low, so yeah, very easy. Top marks there. So guys, let's have a little walk round, final walk round the Xmax 300. LED rear lights. Yeah, really nice. Decent under-seat storage, that's nice. 12-volt socket, LEDs all round. good strong brakes, lovely handling, really good, light and sporty as well. So you know, it's an exciting ride as well. So top marks for its sort of fun factor. So guys, what's your thoughts on this? Do you have an Xmax? Maybe you might have a 400 or a T-Max. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe as always, and I'll catch you all again in another week or two for another motorbike review. This is Mark signing off, guys. Take care, ride safe, all the best, bye bye.